I had what I believe is my best sales day ever of my life yesterday. So I'm going to be shipping out seven items with you today. And it is a mixture of Poshmark and eBay sales, so I thought it'd be really cool to show you those things. And there were a couple things that were a little bit out of the ordinary as well. So if you're excited to ship with me, then stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Citizen, and thredUP. And today is Saturday and I'm coming off of the best sales day I have ever had. Yesterday on Friday, I just had some really amazing sales, mainly because they were really high dollars. So there were some bigger sales over on eBay. I sold one item for $100 and then something for $90, something for $50. And then over on Poshmark, I had a $200 bundle come through of 3 jackets. So I'm just really excited and I'm kind of on like a high. And so I thought I would share with you what the shipping process looks like today. Now I did ship out some of the stuff that sold yesterday because it sold like before I started my shipping, but today I'm still going to be able to show you some really cool things. And so if you're excited to see how I ship on Poshmark and eBay, then definitely hit that like button and hit subscribe if you like these kinds of videos. You know, lots of different tips and tricks videos when it comes to reselling, especially from the perspective of a part-time reseller, as well as I do a lot of like thrift hauls or reviews on different products that resellers can use, things of that nature. So if that sounds interesting to you, then definitely hit subscribe. I did want to note 2 things today. One is I'm trying out this new microphone. It's like a lavalier mic. I'll link it down below. I know sound is one of those things that's like really important for YouTube videos, and I just am so cheap and I'm like so bad about investing in my YouTube channel, but let me know if you can tell a difference with this microphone. The brand is Deity and it's a pretty cheap option. So like I said, I'll link it down below in case you have a YouTube channel and you are interested in trying out some different things for sound and all that good stuff. And the other thing I wanted to say really quickly is thank you, because in my last Ship With Me video, I had a portion at the very beginning of the video where I shipped out a pair of boots and I put each boot inside of a Ti envelope to keep it, you know, safe and protected from the elements. And there were a good number of you who reached out very kindly, I might add, and you let me know that that just is not allowed. You're not supposed to use USPS shipping supplies as like extra protection or whatever. Obviously you can ship out in those supplies, but you're not supposed to use those supplies for anything other than shipping purposes. So thank you for sharing with me, message received, and I've been looking into other ways to do things like protect, you know, boots and different things of that nature. I purchased some different bigger bags and we're going to play around with different things and see what works. So thank you so much for sharing your expertise with me. Just because I have a YouTube channel on reselling doesn't mean that I know everything there is to know about reselling. I'm still definitely learning. There are a lot of you who watch my channel who have been doing this for much longer than I have, and you're always so gracious about leaving your tips and your advice and just your wisdom in the comments below. So I encourage you to keep doing that. I encourage you, if you are newer to reselling, definitely make sure that you spend time in the comments below, because like I said, people are always dropping so much wisdom down there, and you can learn a lot from other people who may not have YouTube channels as well, sometimes even more. So on that note, let's start shipping. Okay, I tied my hair back because this is serious. People were about to break a sweat. If you've watched any of my Ship With Me videos before, you kind of know my process. I will sit down with a notebook, write down everything that sold for me, and I will also write down the name of the person who it sold to, as well as the inventory number. And then I'll go over to my bins, I'll pull the items. Sometimes the items are in the closet in our office, especially if it's like a jacket or just something bulkier, or even like really nice silk pieces or things with like sequins and stuff, things that I don't want to throw them in my bins just in case they get messed up in there. And so I will also visit that room and that closet if I have stuff from there that I need to pull. My shoes are all in our guest room. So as you can tell, reselling has definitely taken over my house, and my husband is not super excited about that, but it is what it is. So I will gather all of my pieces. I will sit down and print out shipping labels, and then we're here. We're ready to ship. The first thing that I am going to ship out is just this pair of workout shorts by the brand MPG. I don't even know what MPG is. I got this for free from a friend. It is really nice because it has like the, what is it, like the form-fitting like compression shorts underneath and then like the baggy layer on top. I personally hate just wearing like a baggy layer, just because, especially when you're like moving around, if you're on the ground doing like crunches or push-ups or something, like it just, I don't know, I don't feel very covered with this. So I do like having this part of it underneath the baggy layer. There is like a zippered pocket on the back, and this is so lightweight. It sold for $14.99, which was my full asking price. I did get it for free from a friend, which was really great, and so that is pure profit. I'm just putting it in an eBay poly mailer. I get these using my coupon, like my eBay shipping coupon. If you have a store through eBay, depending on the level store that you have, they will give you a quarterly coupon so that you can purchase things like shipping supplies. So I will usually spend it on these poly bags as well as the eBay shipping tape. And so, you know, I know in my last Ship With Me video, I talked about how I don't like to use poly bags. These are recyclable. It says please recycle. And especially the smaller size, I really like it because it's so small and you can fit like little things like shorts or t-shirts and stuff in here. And I just really like that. I think it's so easy. So I do have a bunch of these that I get for free from eBay, which I love free. And this is going out to Kyle. So dear Kyle, thank you. And then I will stick this in the bag, seal it up. I already printed a label for this because I weighed it ahead of time. It is 6 ounces, so it only cost me $3.50 to ship out. So I'm gonna grab my label. I have a Dymo shipping label and I love it. I do get in fights with it sometimes. Like yesterday I had to refill the labels, like a label roll, and for whatever reason it kept spitting out like 10 labels at a time, and I was like, what are you doing? So sometimes I get in a fight with it, but usually I'm good to go. So this is what the package looks like. Let me cover up the address, but pretty easy. Like I said, I did weigh the shorts with my thank you card and with the bag before the video so that I could print out the labels. I'll just double check though and make sure that it does weigh 6 ounces because that's how much I got the label for, and it is 6 ounces exactly. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my IKEA bag, throw it in there, and everything that is ready to ship, I'm gonna go ahead and put in there. Let's go ahead and finish out eBay packages first. So this is such an exciting sale. I got this in a men's thredUP rescue box. It is a Filson, sorry, there's like little hairs and stuff on it, but it is this Filson like barn jacket. I also put the word shacket in the listing and in the keywords because that is a really popular style right now, and it totally is, especially if like a woman wants to wear it and wear oversized. And I actually think a woman did purchase this. Filson is a really great brand. They're based in Seattle and their stuff is crazy expensive, and this came out of a thredUP rescue box. I was doing a live unboxing. I will link that video right here. I had heard of the brand, but like not really paid attention when other resellers were talking about it. But I like knew enough to know like, oh, I think this is good. And apparently it's really good because I listed it for $150. I went to sleep, I woke up, and I had a $100 offer on it. And a ton of people who had viewed the item, not really that many watchers, but I mean, that was a pretty good offer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this shipped out. I did actually have my daughter go ahead and like, what's it called? Lint roll it before I listed it, like before I took pictures of it, because wool just attracts so many little pieces of like hair and lint and stuff like that. So for the most part, it's in good shape. If there's like any other little things I see as I'm folding it up, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it off. Because this is a $100 purchase, I am gonna go ahead and stick it in one of these guys. I just dropped one on the ground. I don't use these very often because, you know, I talk about how I like to be very sustainable and I don't want to use things that I don't have to use when I'm shipping. But with something that costs this much, I just want to put a little bit more extra care into it. I just get these on Amazon. I will link them down below. And it's a really easy way to just, you know, give a little bit of extra protection, obviously, to your pieces. And I feel like someone said these are recyclable. So, you know, that's good too. So I have them in 2 sizes. And actually, I think this one's too small. So I am going to go ahead and put it in the bigger one. So we're just going to stick it in here. I did also list this with free shipping since I knew, well, since I hoped I would be able to get over $100 for it. And at that point, you know, shipping is just not going to eat into my profit too much. By the way, I did not say this, but basically yesterday on Friday, I had a $500 profit day. I'm not even talking about like a $500 sales day, but I think it was like a $500 profit day. If not 500, definitely pretty close to it. Definitely make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you aren't already, because I do a weekly what sold video, and I'm already so excited for next week's video because I'm going to get to talk about yesterday's sales, and I'll let you know in that video how much the profit actually came out to. But if it wasn't $500 of profit, it was pretty darn close, and this baby was one of the reasons why. So super excited about that. But yeah, I will be eating the cost of shipping on this. I knew that this would fit in a padded flat rate envelope. If you are top rated status on eBay, you can ship using a flat rate envelope for $7.91. So that's how much I'm gonna have to pay to ship this out. And that does, like I said, eat into my profit a little bit, but I was okay with that because the jacket or the shacket sold for $100. So let me get this shoved in here. Hold on. It's going to take some finessing. Oh my gosh. I probably should have folded it like a little tighter. I mean, there's still so much room in there. It was just kind of wide. Anyway, let me go ahead and write the thank you card. This went out to someone named Britt. So dear Britt, thank you so much. I'm also going to write happy holidays, and I'm going to throw that card in there. By the way, I got my cards designed by my friend Christy Lau. She is like an amazing artist, and then I got them printed at Vistaprint, although I'm looking for a different printer just because I don't know, Vistaprint has done some questionable things. If you have any suggestions for good people to print through, let me know. I might also explore some local options, because that's a great, way to support local business, is to find local, printers in your area. So the reason why I'm shipping with this padded flight rate envelope is because this did weigh over a pound. And so if something weighs over a pound, and you're trying to ship it out through eBay, you cannot ship first class. First class is generally the cheapest way to ship, but if it's over a pound, then you are in priority mail territory or flat rate territory. So this flat rate envelope is usually cheaper than most other shipping options when it comes to things that are over a pound. So if you can get it to fit in here, this is usually the first place that I try and go if something weighs over a pound and it's sold on eBay. And I like it too because it does have like that bubble wrap lining, so it's another layer of protection, which is really nice. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and get the label, stick it on there, and throw it in my IKEA bag. So there we go. That was such a great sale. I was so excited about that one. Okay, next up, we have a pair of BKE jeans. This also came to me in a thredUP rescue box, although I don't think it was in a men's thredUP rescue box. I think it was in a DIY denim one. And if you've watched my channel, you know I've gotten some stinky boxes. I will actually put my unboxing playlist right here just in case you want to see what kind of stuff I've been getting. But this was definitely like a pretty decent pair of jeans that came out of one of those DIY denim unboxings. There was some wear on the hems, as you can see, and I did note that. I did get a couple offers on these. These have only been listed for like 3 days. I got like a $10 or $8 offer on them. And then, I've gotten a few different offers that were really low and I would counter and they would just kind of ignore me. I think I had them listed at like 25, and then an offer came in yesterday of $22. And like I said, I think I had it listed at like 25. So that was more than reasonable. So I obviously went ahead and accepted. These are going to go out in a padded flat rate envelope. I am going to just go ahead and stick these in there without like that extra layer of protection, because this is going to protect this from everything. You know what I mean? Like even if it gets rained on or snowed on, these jeans will be well protected. So I'm going to stick them in. I will add my thank you card. This is sliding in so much easier than that Filson top. And let's see. This is going out to Atasha. So dear Atasha, thank you. And I'll sign it, throw that in there. This pair of jeans is also over a pound, which is why I'm using the padded flat rate envelope option. I don't know why I can't say flat rate. Okay, there we go, flat rate option. So I will get the label here, slap that on. This is going out to Atasha. Coming up on my Poshmark sales, I have 2 sales going out to 2 different Roberts. So it's really important that you're very clear on all of your stuff as to like where things are going, who they're going to, because you don't want to ship things to the wrong person. So my eBay packages are done. I hope that was helpful because I know a lot of you have a lot of questions with eBay stuff. Like I said, because I have an eBay store, I do get some eBay products for free because I just use my store coupon, like the tape, which I didn't have to use today, like the poly mailers, all that kind of stuff. But if it's over £1, I tend to use the padded flat rate envelope option first, if that's an option, because that is the cheapest way to ship out. And then don't forget that you do want to use a shipping scale of some sort. Again, I use the AccuTech and I will link it down below. But this is just really great for figuring out how much things weigh, because you do need to be really exact with your shipping. By the way, this shirt is like making me look really weird. It's because I have sweatpants on underneath. That's what I've been living in. I don't know about you. We're moving on to Poshmark sales. I'm going to go ahead and get my tissue paper ready because I know I'm going to have to use a lot for the different things that I have going on here. But I don't know why. So like with tissue paper, you know how there's like the waxy side and then the non-waxy side. So I like to have the waxy side on the outside. I don't know, I'm anal like that. So I have that ready. Let me show you this piece that sold. This sold to one of the Roberts. Da, 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 da. This is also from a men's thredUP rescue box. It gets better. On the back, it has a rose and it says sorry, not sorry. Oh my gosh, I love. So it is from Forever 21. It is new with tags. It's a size small. And this came in my first ever men's rescue box. It hasn't actually been listed for that long because it took me a while to get around to listing it. But holy cow, I was excited. So because this has so many sequins on it, I like to kind of like protect each layer, if that makes sense. Not layer. I like to protect every bit of sequin so that the sequins are not touching each other, because sometimes they can get caught on themselves. And so what I'll do is I will lay this down on a piece of tissue paper, and then I'll put a piece of tissue paper over it, and then I'll kind of fold the sleeves over. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. Okay, so see, like I don't want this sleeve touching this sleeve, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more tissue paper. Let me pull out this stack. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and move these guys over here. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if you guys do anything special with sequins. I'm just like really scared that if they touch each other, they will pull each other apart. If you've ever like shopped at a store and they put all the sequin pieces together, you see a bunch where like sequins are just like dangling from their strings because people are just kind of like yanking at them as they're trying to get to their size or whatever. And yeah, I don't want that to happen. So there we go. I'm gonna do, let's see if I can move these up. Then I can fold this over. There we go. It's kind of like doing a puzzle. Okay. Okay. So now it's like the sequins are protected from each other, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like it's important. Other people may not. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap all of this in tissue paper one more time and kind of do it my normal way. And I'll need another piece of tissue paper. So I feel like in my last Ship With Me video, people were like, oh my gosh, like you're so good at using as little tissue paper as possible. Not when I'm dealing with sequins. So when I'm dealing with sequins, I am just like, I'll use as many as I need to protect the garment. So here we go. Actually, I might just tape the tissue paper down to the existing sequins. By the way, now that Christmas is near, you know, we celebrate Christmas in my house. I'm like so excited about getting gifts and wrapping them. This is just kind of reminding me of that. I personally just love gift giving, and I love wrapping things together. I'm not like the best at it. I don't do like the fanciest like wrapping or all the ribbons and all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you guys do, if you're just kind of like bare bones gift wrappers, or if you go all out. But if I had the means, I would go all out, I feel like. But also it's like when the people open it, all that stuff just goes in the garbage, I guess. So maybe less is more. But I just love like thinking through what people want and getting them exactly what they want and all that good stuff. Okay, so this is what that looks like. It's not like the cutest thing in the world, but that's okay. And then I'm not gonna wrap this with ribbon. Usually I only do that if the person purchasing it is a woman, just because I don't feel like guys care that much. If this guy does care, sorry's about it, but yeah. So I was gonna put this in this priority mail box, which is the $10.95, but I actually think it'll fit in my favorite box, which is this priority mail $10.97. Yeah, and it'll just be like a little bit tighter of a fit. There won't be so much room for it to just kind of like bounce around in while in transit. And so let's see if this works. If it does, then I will go ahead and ship this out in this box. Okay. Stand up. Okay. Yeah, I think this will work just fine, actually. Perfect. So now I'm going to write my thank you card. This is going out to Robert. Dear Robert, 1 of 2. Thank you and happy holidays. And then I'm going to stick that in there. Like I said, there were 2 Roberts that purchased from me yesterday. So I made sure on my notebook to write down their last names as well, which I usually don't do, just because I want to make sure that I am getting the right thing to the right person. I'm going to just add some tape to reinforce so that it doesn't open while in transit. And this person's last name, well, I'm not going to tell you, but I know what it is. Okay, let me focus here so that I get the right label. Yeah, this is going out to this person. And just because I want to be like extra careful, I'll probably check like on my phone one more time just to make sure. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, let's do the monstrosity of the package next. So the next thing that I have to ship out is my 3-piece bundle. It was 3 jackets. All of them, I believe, were from thredUP rescue boxes. And the total weight of all 3 jackets plus the box was 10 pounds. So I did have to get a new shipping label, and I'll show you how I did that right here. All right, I'm trying out a smaller box. This is a thredUP box. I got some reclaims in it, and that's coming out to 9 pounds and 12 ounces. So 9 pounds, 13 ounces. It'll be under 10, which is what I'm going for. So let's actually send stuff out. And this, obviously I haven't like covered any of the pieces yet. I haven't put in my thank you card, but I still think that this will help it come out to less than 10 pounds rather than over, which is going to be helpful. So if you scroll all the way down, you can see this is the $200 offer. I'm going to make $160 off of this. But because this weighs basically 10 pounds, if you go all the way down, it says need a new or heavier weight shipping label. And so you go here, and it's got a few different options. You can say you never received a shipping label, the label expired, because technically you're supposed to ship out the items the day that you print the label, because that's the date that the label is for. So if your label expired, you can just print a new label with a new date on it here. And then this is what I want. I want this option of needing a heavier weight label. So what you'll see is there are a bunch of different options. That's my P.O. box. In case you want to send me like a holiday card or something, I would love that. But anyway, the weight is what we're going after. So this is where you can see how much it's going to cost. I believe I have to pay an additional $19.95 if my package weighs 10 pounds, which is crazy. Like, that is a lot, but that's what it is, because, you know, everything up to like the 5-pound limit on Poshmark is a really great deal, but then after that it does get to be pretty pricey. So just keep that in mind. Obviously I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I'm already making so much money off of this box, and that way my package is safe and has insurance and all that good stuff. And you know, I'm shipping through Poshmark, but it is frustrating because that eats into my profit quite a bit. I'll now be making only $140 off of this box instead of $160, but that's still pretty good given how much I actually paid for each item. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use this thredUP box here. We're gonna reuse it. The first thing we're gonna do is wrap these jackets. The first one is by the brand Nautica, and it is just like a vintage, kind of like a bomber jacket. Let me zip it up and then I'll show you what it looked like. It was so, I mean, these are so heavy because they're like, you know, leather jackets, and they're not small, like they're in a bigger size. So here's what this one looks like. It's got the two big pockets on the front. It was in really great shape, but now I have to ship it out. And like, you know, I was really excited at first that these sold on Poshmark because Poshmark does have such great shipping, you know, prices up to £5. But once you get over £5, it gets insane. And I was hoping that these would sell on Poshmark because I thought that, you know, someone would only buy one. Like, I don't know of many people who buy more than one leather jacket at a time, let alone two leather jackets and another jacket. So I really was not expecting someone to purchase so many of them, but here we are. And we just had to kind of make do. This is the first time I ever had to spend an additional $20 on shipping, and it was not fun, but it is what it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another tissue paper. I'm gonna put it over. I just don't have any bags big enough to fit jackets this bulky. I have those like gallon size bags from the Dollar Tree, but I don't think that those are big enough. And I only have one left. I need to go to the Dollar Tree and get some more of those. So I'm just gonna connect this tissue paper to the one on top using tape. And then we've at least got some barrier of protection for this jacket. That worked out nicely, actually. So this was the first one in this bundle. There are two more jackets, and it was really funny because someone put one of the leather jackets in a bundle. I sent them what I thought was a really great offer, and they declined, but I saw that they declined because they added another jacket to their bundle. And so I sent them a new offer, and they declined again because they added a third jacket, and then they sent me an offer. And I think that the three jackets had been priced at $285, and they sent me a $200 offer. But seeing as how everything came in a thredUP box, and I don't remember exactly what my cost of good per item was in those thredUP boxes, but I want to say they were under like $6 or something. So it's still a really great price per item as far as what I was going to be receiving with that, you know, $160 of profit. So this is what it looks like. It's not like the prettiest thing, but it's protected. I'm going to set that here so I can work on the other two. All right. Let me know in the comments below. I know like some people have said that they have like 10-piece bundles, 20-piece bundles, but what's the best bundle you've ever had? I'm curious to know. I don't really get like huge, amazing bundles like this. So this next jacket is Chaps, and it was a size extra large. It's just kind of this like yellow and gray color blocked jacket you wear outside like in the winter or fall. It's not like super heavy duty, but it's pretty nice. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it. Let me see, it'll be easier if I set it down. I noticed some like gunk in the Velcro. I might try to dig that out really quickly with my nail. It's not like a huge deal, but you know, I just want things to look as nice as possible when I send it out, and it'll take me like 2 seconds. So yeah, there's just some like kind of lint and like little, I don't know what you call it, in the Velcro part, but I spent 5 seconds on it. It looks much better. So now I'll wrap it up. Okay, this one I might be able to fold one more time. Yep. And then what I'll do is I will wrap it like this. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to put a piece on top, and then I'll do what I've been doing with the other ones. Tuck that under, fold that over, All right. This one I probably could have gotten in the gallon size, not gallon, I always say gallon, but it's like 3 gallon or like 2.5 gallon size bags, those Ziploc bags. I probably could have gotten this into one of those, but I just want them all to look uniform, so I'm just gonna wrap it this way and I'm totally fine with that. So here we go. But yeah, some of the other pieces that I sold yesterday, one was a Kate Spade bag that I had gotten from the consignment store that I shopped at a lot at the beginning. Oh, this is what it looks like. That I shopped at a lot when we were kind of getting out of our shelter in place here in Illinois. And so I had less than $2 into that bag and it sold for $50. And then another item that sold was a North Face jacket with Gore-Tex, and that sold for $90. So this is the brand Maximo Luciano. It says Milan, Italy. It's a size extra, extra large. So like I said, these are not like small jackets. Like these are rather large, and that's why they're so heavy. That's what it looked like on the front. I feel like it's pretty similar in style to, you know, the other one. This one is so soft though. It's like buttery soft. But yeah, someone needed both in their life, and I am here to support their jacket addiction. I am all for that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna fold this one into thirds. Otherwise, I don't know that I can do anything with this tissue paper. Perfect. Okay. And I am using my table still from Flexi Spot, which I love. And I saw that some of you guys have ordered it through my link. This, remember, it like adjusts the height. So if I want it to come up higher, I can. I actually want it to come down lower a little bit right now so that I can do this taping a little bit easier. But with my code, I think you can save like, I don't remember exactly. I'll put it right here, but you can save a certain amount of money using that code on this table. It is kind of expensive, but I do think it's a really great investment for not even just reselling, but just like in general, because it's nice to be able to stand and work. Sometimes it's a standing desk. So now that I've got this over it, I'm gonna go ahead and raise this up a little bit. My husband has tried using it as well because we have a TV right behind where my camera is. And sometimes he'll stand here and work while he's watching TV. And this is, of course, in the playroom, or like kind of the bonus room of our house. And it is where the majority of like my kids' play stuff is, like their toys, but also all of my reselling stuff, or not even all of it, because like I told you, there's reselling stuff all over the house. Clothes have taken over everywhere. Let me know if you can relate. A lot of people have been talking about how things have been really slow for them over on like Poshmark and eBay. And to be honest, Poshmark was really slow for me too. But I feel like what's been helping is just consistently listing and cross-listing. And that's the only reason why I think I've been making sales. And so I've been consistently listing at least 10 items and then cross-listing those 10 items using List Perfectly to Mercari, eBay, and Kitizen. List Perfectly really helps me do all of that very quickly. I do have a coupon code, it's Becky Park, and I'll put the link right here and it'll be in the description as well. But if you want to try it out, if you've been meaning to try out other platforms, I just think that it's much easier to do that with a tool like List Perfectly, just because you can get your stuff over onto other platforms so much faster. So definitely make sure that you check that out if you are interested in listing. So we have our 3 things packaged up. I'm going to go ahead and put the largest one, which was the first one, in the box first. Okay. And then I'm gonna see if I can tuck this one in. There's like a small space beside it. And then stick this one on top. Oh boy. There we go. So this is what it looks like. I did rip the tissue paper on top just a little bit. That's okay. What I'll do is I will put one final layer of tissue paper across the top just for like the sake of presentation. So I'll go like this. I will tuck it in that side, tuck it in on this side. And now that's what the final product looks like. I'm gonna write my thank you card, put it on here. We will weigh it again after I do all of that, but it should still be under that 10-pound rate. So let's see, this is also going out to Robert. Dear Robert, thank you and happy holidays. Sign my name. All right, so that's gonna go right on top. This should all fit really nicely inside of this box. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my old label. I know I mentioned this in the last ship with me video, but you wanna make sure that you take off all old labels from any boxes that you're reusing, because if there's more than one label with the little barcode, they will not take your items. So just make sure that you take that off. I'm gonna take off this old tape as well. If you can't get the old shipping label off, you can also just take a Sharpie and like color over the barcode. That is acceptable as well. Okay, so it does close really nicely, but obviously I am going to reinforce with tape and just make sure that this does not open while in transit. So there we go. I will do it again here. And then I think I will do, I honestly don't need to do it again in the center. I'm gonna do like a little piece right here just because this is sticking out a little bit. And that looks good, to be honest with you. This is not like bulging. It really is like a perfect fit. Maybe I'll do one across this way. Okay, so that was really expensive to ship out because I did have to pay an additional $20, but you know what? It is what it is. I still made a great profit off of these 3 pieces, and I'm really excited about that. So that one's done. I have one more item to ship out, but I don't know where it went. I thought I brought it in here. I'm gonna go look for it. I'll be right back. Yep, this item had fallen while I was making my way to the playroom from where it was. This is a John Deere sweatshirt. It is a size 4T and it's sold on Poshmark. I sent out offers to watchers on this yesterday for $13, and so I made $7.93. By the way, that Forever 21 jacket, I realized I never told you how much that sold for. That one sold for $30 with discounted shipping, and so I made $21.88. This one I did pick up at the consignment store, so I have less than $1 into it. I love picking up little John Deere. I don't know why. It's not like I'm like a farmer girl or anything. That's not my life, but I just still think it's really cute. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to take a piece of tissue paper. I'm going to cut it in half because I don't need this whole sheet for it. That's overkill. And then I'll be able to wrap it up. This one I will tie a little ribbon around, not ribbon, yarn around, just to make it look a little bit nicer. We'll stick in my thank you card and we'll be good to go. So let me know in the comments below if you also like to sell kids' clothes. Not all kids' clothes has to sell for a small amount. There are some really great brands out there that sell for, obviously, you know, pretty high dollar. I don't usually see those kinds of brands where I'm at, so I'm okay with, you know, picking up things like John Deere and other things that might only make me a couple dollars, but there's just so much satisfaction for me in selling kids clothes because I know it's a necessity. Like, I know kids need clothes and I know parents want to find it for their kids for cheap, because kids are going to grow out of it so fast. And I like providing that service for parents because I'm a parent, you know, I've got 2 little ones, and I do, like, for the most part, buy their clothes secondhand because it's just much more affordable that way. It's more sustainable, and because they're going to grow out of it so fast anyway. I don't want to pay retail for something that they're just not going to be able to wear for a very long time. So that's what it looks like wrapped. I am going to grab my yarn here. I picked this up at a local, I don't know what it's called. It's like a craft store, but it's again made out of like donations that people make. So it's kind of like a thrift store for just like crafty things like yarn and stuff like that. I've gotten like, what is it? Bubble wrap and stuff like that from there too, but it's so super duper cheap. All right. So I will stick that in there. I love how the presentation of this looks because it's just like the ribbon and then my card is right underneath. And this we're gonna go ahead and stick in. Let's see if it'll go in here. I love using the small flat rate boxes because for little things like t-shirts or these little kids clothes, it just fits so snugly inside. Yeah, this should work. And then I'll just close it up. This might be like a little too small. Okay, so the next size up, which I also love, is this box. This is the, what are you called? I can never find the name of these boxes. This is the 1096L. I also love this box. It's like the same idea where you kind of assemble it yourself and it's really easy to do. Also, my hand is like, for the most part, pretty much fully healed, I feel like. If you didn't know, I cut it open on Thanksgiving. The stitches are still in, so I'm still being careful of them, but my brother, who's a nurse practitioner, he's gonna take them out for me. Probably like, oh, he could take them out even today, but I don't know, we'll see. So there's that. It's so easy to, you know, stick your item in there if it's small enough. I have my shipping label. I will stick that on top. Easy peasy. The presentation is great, I think, from, you know, the box and then just the item inside. I'm gonna stick it in my IKEA bag and we're good to go. That was it for today. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I shipped today and just letting me talk your ear off about what a great sales day I had yesterday, because it was really just so exciting for me. That has never happened to me before, where I had over $500 in sales. Like, that's just unheard of. So I was just really excited to talk to you about it today and ship some of these items out with you. Like I said, some of the items from yesterday I did ship out earlier, so you didn't get to see me ship out like the Kate Spade bag or the North Face Gore-Tex jacket, but you did get to see some pretty cool things today, like, you know, having to upgrade a shipping label on Poshmark. You got to see some eBay packages versus some Poshmark packages. I know I haven't really had any Mercari or Kitizen to show you, but I promise I will have some ship with me videos where I show you how I ship on those platforms as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Let me know too if you notice any difference in the sound and if you prefer it this way with the mic or if you like it better without. And that's it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.